The story of Texas and its fight for independence starts in the year 1821. Mexico at this time has gained independence from Spain and now controls the land. Three groups are prevalent throughout the state, one of which are the Tejanos, or Spanish-speaking people of Texas. Tejano society was divided by classes, rich, ricos, and the poor, pobres, and Tejano people were mostly connected by blood or marriage. Most Tejanos were neither rich or the poor, but rather small farmers or common people who lived tough lives. Both the ricos and the pobres, however, faced the threat of Indian attacks on a daily basis. Another important Mexican group were the vaqueros, or as we know them to be in English, buckaroos. Vaqueros were known for their keen skills with horses. These Mexican cowboys taught the American cowboys their skills. Apart from the people and culture of Mexican Texas, also important were their methods of dealing with control over the land. The Mexican government granted Moses Austin 18,000 square miles of Texas. He died, and it was inherited by his son, Stephen F. Austin. Stephen Austin became an impresario, or land agent, who administered and presided over the state's soil. The Tejanos were known for many things, among these including their tightly knit community and the culture that came with it. Tejanos would perform fandangos, which were elaborate Tejano dances that took place during religious ceremonies and celebrations. In 1835, centrists gained control of the government in Mexico City. They took firm control over the northern province and restricted American immigration, outlawed slavery, and levied customs duties and taxes. Many Americans were open expansionists and moved to Mexico after the 1930s to take over. Antonio Lopez Santa Anna was the Mexican general and president at the time of the Revolution. He later rebelled against the government, gained considerable backing, and by 1833 he was elevated to president of Mexico in a democratic election. He soon determined, however, that Mexico was not ready for democracy and pronounced himself dictator. Santa Anna was remembered as a particularly ruthless opponent by the Texans. Originally named Misión San Antonio de Valero, the Alamo served as a home to missionaries and their Indian converts for nearly 70 years. In the early 1800s, the Spanish military stationed a cavalry unit at the former mission. The soldiers referred to the old mission as the Alamo, the Spanish word for cottonwood, in honor of their hometown, Alamo de Paris. San Antonio and the Alamo played a crucial role in the Texas Revolution. In December 1835, Ben Milam led Texian and Tejano volunteers against Mexican troops quartered in the city. After 5 days of house-to-house fighting, they forced General Marin Perfecto de Cos and his soldiers to surrender. The victorious volunteers then occupied the Alamo, already fortified prior to the battle by Cos's men, and strengthened its defenses. Sam Houston was the leader and general of the Texas Revolution. He was also remembered for being a president of Tennessee and the Republic of Texas, as well as a state senator. During this time, an important battle, the Battle of San Jacinto, was fought on April 21, 1836. The Texas Army, led by General Sam Houston, defeated General Santa Anna and the Mexicans in a battle lasting only 18 minutes. 630 Mexicans were killed, while only 9 Texans died. During this important part of Texas history, politicians had a great debate over how to handle the land of Texas. One particular idea was annexation, or uniting Texas with the rest of the states. Annexation of Texas was a sensitive political topic. In John Tyler's last actions as president, he annexed Texas, and Texas entered the Union in December of 1845. During James K. Polk's campaign to become a Democratic president, he called for the reoccupation of Oregon and the re-annexation of Texas. To represent the annexation of Texas, we chose to use a picture of a United States puzzle. Even though this puzzle isn't necessarily accurate for this time period, we thought that the message was the same and believed that it represents a symbolic way of looking at the annexation. In conclusion, the Texans won their independence due to the surrender by Santa Anna and his Mexican troops. The Mexican army was not well trained and were unprepared for the Battle of San Jacinto. They were unmotivated because they believed that they could win the battle without much effort. If anyone has questions, please feel free to ask any of the 7 of us. Thanks for watching!